Have I answered that?
Yes, sir.
Any other question? Any other points somebody want to discuss with me or Mr. Swaroop? Any point you want to discuss?
Yes, sir. So let's say some of them are very beginners who are starting this their prelims preparation, who are going to give in the month of June. So what overall suggestions you give, advices you give for them?
I
And
think
in
bulk
particular,
of your people today are those who are in the third stage, isn't it?
yes.
Because the whole idea is the first stage is a very different ballgame. I can't say in 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Okay.
Obviously, the simple matter is that one has to work very hard. It requires a different treatment, mind. If
So
I mean to help these people,
okay. In the area of personality, what developments they should make it from the beginning right now?
I thought I've said already, personality is built the day one.
Yes.
It's start building. You go to school, you play, you make friends. Which country, which part of society you live, which district have you lived, from which district, which college you have gone, which college to which university you have gone. And during this time, what did you do? What did you read? All this makes personality. During the time you are preparing, how can you build your personality? Because now you are only preparing. You are preparing for qualifying an exam. If anybody thinks that during preparation you can make your personality, except your knowledge would increase. How can you make a personality? I mean, you as a person providing facilities to them to learn, they don't find time, they continue to learn. They come and listen to you, they go back and study, they appear in kind of papers which you try to ask them. Where is the time for personality? Is there a time? It's actually a myth. Personality is built. Yes, some people can do it. If they are open, they spend some time. They have 2 hours for themselves. They go and walk in parks, listen carefully what's happening. They read newspaper, which any case you tell them. Because 4 paper in general studies cannot be done without reading newspapers and magazines. They are not all texts. Textbook also cover those aspects. If it is country's internal security, it's the point of discussion. For example, in Environment Day, all newspapers and magazines for a week are full of it. I don't know whether candidates know it or not. In any of their government celebrate, for example, on Engineers Day, so much would be written on that day. On Environment Day, so much would be written. Textbook may not be required at all. But if you say that I now read books, it doesn't help. If you don't have a habit, for example, I read my books when I was a school child. Of course, I was in Hindi, so I read Hindi books first. And obviously, each Hindu start reading first books on which comes in religion background, and then some novels. As you grow in life, you learn romantics. As you become a little more, you start learning detective novels. Then you read something about films and sports. You do hard reading much later. You want to read something like Somerset Maugham or somebody like Bernard Shaw. You will do it much later. You won't do it in school child. You will read a abridged version. I've read that. I've read a lot of Bengali authors on a very abridged version in Hindi. So I knew what is the storyline of Devdas or anything, Anand Math. So I knew why Bande Mataram came. Many of you don't know how Bande Mataram came. We start telling it's a national song, whatnot. But it was not there before Sannyasi movement. And that happened in Bengal. And if you read Anand Math, it's a novel actually, which first time talks about Vande Mataram. And that's how your personality is. What do I tell somebody who's now appearing? as he appears today, he starts settling into new methods of learning. It's not a university exam. Is that right? Okay. Any other questions, Guru? Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I am Paila Ablas, sir. So I have
You
a
are who?
question regarding. I am Paila Ablas, sir. I am a doctor by profession.
Okay.
Okay. I have a question regarding my job profile, sir. I haven't worked in the past 5 years. I completed my graduation in 2017. So 2 years back, when I attended the interview, this is a question which I had to face, sir. What is your social utility being a doctor? You are coming to civil services. India is facing facing a medical crisis, a health crisis, and we have shortage of doctors, not civil service aspirants. So this question becomes even more tricky in 2021 because the world is at present has been through a pandemic, and still I have not applied for any job, or else at least I have not gone through any job. So how do I navigate through this, sir?
What did you say then?
Actually, I said that I made a choice to join the civil services, and I don't want to get distracted based on working in any hospital. And India is facing mostly a medical crisis in rural areas and in affordable medicine, and rather than in urban areas, and also in
But you
rural
didn't
areas.
listen his question. The question he put to you about
Okay, sir.
doctors are few.
Yes, sir.
So listen, repeat that, go through that question once again in your mind, and the answer would come. Number one, yes, you understand there's a shortage of doctors. You don't deny that.
Sir.
Okay? Country have understood this. You also understood. You did medical because each child has to graduate. In this exam, each graduate is being permitted to appear in exam. And
Okay, sir.
as a civil servant, now as a doctor, you should know where you can reach. Social responsibility is with everybody. Each citizen has his own social responsibilities. If I'm an industrialist, I must produce for social good. Now, education, when I take my education, it is not guarantee. It is not only incumbent on a doctor that he is only social animal. Social responsibility is also with bureaucrat, so that the policy in the government is delivered properly. So, if you have heard it question carefully, you would answer properly. You went on the wrong foot. And remember what I said today, don't be on a wrong foot. But don't say that without that only as a civil servant you could have made something. But that's a mistake you do. You should have a clear answer what you could have done as a civil servant, what you could have done as a doctor. You can say, for example, as a teacher, you all are put in for duty for election. Is that correct?
Yes.
Each district collector so easily ask all the teachers to go on election duty. If the government is so concerned, and if you think there are 100 doctors, could doctor ask all these bureaucrats who are doctors to go in pandemic and do duty? They could have asked, but they didn't. So that's a loud response that has to come. You have to have facts. How many doctors came in last and how utilized? A lot of policy issues are involved. It enables. But don't say that I can the only one do it. Think it through. Because people earlier believed that those who are in arts should only become civil servant. They think the sensitivity is more with people who do subjects in liberal arts. It's a myth. But you as a doctor and engineers also not help the cause. Because your dimensions on liberal understanding, social understanding are so poor.